Hello, welcome to That Voice podcast. I'm Sally Prosser, former TV reporter, former PR pro, and currently on a mission to help you find your voice and speak with confidence. No matter who you are or what you do, your voice matters. So unless you've sworn a lifetime vow of silence, this is the podcast for you. Welcome to the final episode of my little solo series of That Voice podcast. It's episode 67. Oh my gosh, I have so many amazing guests lined up for season 5. So after I take a couple of weeks off the podcast, I cannot wait to bring those to you. Why am I taking some time off? Well, I have a fair bit going on, including a free class this Wednesday, January 27, 11 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. That'll be Tuesday night in the States. And I'll be sharing the 7 secrets to speaking with confidence. And between us, this is also when I'll be launching my 6-week voice makeover. If you want to get out there and speak more confidently on video, on Clubhouse, on podcasts, in meetings, at conferences, on the media, at work, at home, this is why I made the course, because it doesn't matter what the scenario is, the steps are the same. And my 6-week voice makeover gives you those practical steps that I use every time I speak, my clients use them, and I know they work. So yeah, I'm super pumped for this cohort of my 6-week voice makeover. And if you are live on the 7 Secrets to Speaking with Confidence free class, you are going to get the best deal on the course. So yeah, little heads up there for you to show up live. Today's the final episode of my solo series. It is called I Want to Marry Your Voice. Kind of funny because I've made the choice never to marry anyone, so maybe I'm not the authority on this topic. But generally, before you get married, you got to get engaged. So you want a voice people are engaged with. They want to take things to the next level. They want to move up a few bases. I'm not going to destroy your ears with metaphors all episode, don't worry. But what I will do is share with you 3 things you can do to ensure your voice is engaging. And the first thing is to avoid speaking on the same pitch. We want to get out of Monotone Town and into Engagement City. So let's try an exercise. Say the word to without thinking about it too much. 2. Now go up a bit and say 3, 2, 3. All right, say 2 again. This time go down to 1. 2, 1. Let's have some fun. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. 2, 3, 1. 1, 3, 2. And it takes practice. If you can sing, you'll hear that I'm not in tune, sorry. But when you're speaking, it's not about being pitch perfect. It's about having control of going up and going down. And like I've said before, the language really helps us. If you feel your stress levels rising when you have to speak, don't worry. We'll get to the bottom of that in my 6-week voice makeover. Hear that? Rising, bottom. High, low. Vision, feeling. Pretty much every descriptive word gives us a clue as to what direction our voice should go. And if we are really present on the words we're saying, it will come naturally. Our mind has got to be on the words. And when that's the case, this kind of engagement flows a lot easier than a lot of marriages, I suppose. All right, so number 2, switch up the pace. It is a myth that slow speech is good speech. Let me say that again. It is a myth that slow speech is good speech. Any kind of speaking that stays on the same pace, whatever that is going to sound boring. Beware, the number one thing that puts us into the pace of pain is reading. In particular, an auto cue. So if you're thinking of using one and you're not presenting the news, don't. Don't. Honestly, it hinders more than it helps. I filmed my whole Speak to be Heard online course with an auto cue, and because I do swap up my pace so much, it was a nightmare putting in all the spaces in the program. Believe me, it was more trouble than it was worth. Where possible, avoid reading, avoid auto cues. You think that they're helping you, but it's like the Trojan horse. It seems like it's helping you when it's really just screwing you over. All right, so with pace, I want you to think about emotion. sadness, calmness, shamefulness, despair, reflection, they all lend themselves to going slower. Whereas excitement, joy, surprise, they might work for a faster pace. Remembering these are suggestions, ideas, not rules. It's all about playing. You can do hatred slow, and you can do hatred fast. Think about the tenses as well. You might want to slow down when speaking about the past, and then speed it up when speaking about the future. You're excited. And I take you through the ways that you can adjust your pace in my 6-week voice makeover. There are a few ways you can do it. All right, so we're engaging with pitch, we're engaging with pace, and finally, let's engage with a shift in volume. Now, as long as you can be heard, you can go absolutely nuts with volume changes. And this is something I love about online classes and podcasting. That microphone is sensitive, and you can drop it right back. Reel your audience in with a bit of volume, and they'll be wanting to marry your voice based on what comes next. Going softer, I just hit my drawer there. Because I'm leaning into the microphone, going softer works great for making your audience feel close to you. It's like you're kind of sharing a secret. And then going louder can really build the excitement. Just make sure you move away from the microphone if you are raising your volume. So the trick with making people want to marry your voice, getting them engaged, is to first of all just play with your voice, see what it can do. Have fun with it all, and then you can dive right into that content and make that content sing. So strengthen the range in your voice and then apply it. Now, if you're listening to this going, oh God, I don't know how to do that with my voice, it sounds really weird, it's just maybe because you've gotten used to speaking in a boring way. So all this feels a bit unfamiliar. But you can absolutely make your voice more engaging. It's not as hard as you think. Come along to my 6-week voice makeover and you shall see. We cover pitch, we cover pace, we cover volume. We also do pause, gesture, facial expression. And I also share a really handy marking key where you can physically write delivery cues on your words. So this is it. Get on that invite list for my 6-week voice makeover. Come along to the free class, 7 Secrets to Speaking with Confidence. The link is in the show notes. It's also on my website. I look forward to seeing you there. And you will hear me back here on the podcasting waves in just a few short weeks. Thanks for listening to That Voice podcast. For episode details straight to your inbox, leave your email at www.thatvoicepodcast.com.